4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, this is just a little pug key. We're going to be talking through Darkflame Cleft, talking about the important stuff. I'm going to be learning some of it along the way, because a lot of the trash I don't actually know very well yet. The bosses I'm pretty familiar with, though. So, very first pull, the most important things are the... if I remember correctly, this Overseer does a big AoE cast. I don't think the Laborers do anything, to my understanding. Do this AoE that we have to get out of, and then he's going to do a Shout, this overpowering roar right here. And we just want to make sure that we have big healing or absorbs and stuff going into that, whatever healer we're playing. Just be ready for the group to take a decent chunk of damage. I know what the affix is this week. That'll be interesting. And now we have the Wick Lighters, which they will just do a spam castable hit on people. We need to heal that, and then they also put a dispellable dot on people. So it's all about healing the just damage that they do, and then dispelling whenever we can. And actually, I lied. It is not the Wick Lighters. No, it is. We're good. They apply the dot on like a 15-second cooldown on people. This is us just getting spam casted on, so we're just going to pop some defensives and then use our uppies for the rest of it. Then we dispel. Another dispel is going to come out soon. We'll just mass dispel this one. So now we mass dispel. Extreme that one because I'm getting hurt. I don't know what these orbs do. I think like everybody has to soak other people's orbs. That was really weird. That makes sense. Orbs aren't part of the dungeon though, so you can kind of ignore that. Alright, here we got some more of the menial labors. They don't do anything. We got the Wick Lighter in the back. The Overseer. So we're mostly watching for the Overseer damage and the dispels. You can LOS the Overseers. So if I'm here by the pillar and he does this overpower right here, I can LOS around the pillar and I don't take any damage. Very useful for range, especially when you're getting targeted by like the Wick Lights and stuff. And then also, you can LOS the Wick Lighters, so like if you don't want to be targeted by them, you can kind of sit around the corner like this and they won't target me. Or if they do target me still, like this, like right now one's targeting me, I can just LOS and we don't have to kick it. Like right here I'm getting targeted by a bunch of stuff. It looks like the... I'm trying to remember who does it. I have to actually focus on healing for a second, and then we'll talk about it, I guess. This hurts. Spell the mage, I can keep myself alive. I'm gonna paint up myself, even though I probably should have painted up the tank. Or just dispelling, I'll dispel him because I can just heal myself and use defensives for that big AoE. Now we'll do the LOS thing again, so we stand over here, and then if we get targeted, we can just LOS the Wick Lights. And dispel that other one, so we need to heal it, especially if he gets targeted by the single target stuff. There we LOS. Is Cell better when you need to dispel? Not necessarily, no. Whatever works for you works. I like Cell just because it's more user-friendly. It's way easier to set up and adjust when you want to adjust something. And it also just still looks like LVI, which is what I was using previously, which I wanted to keep the look of. Like the kind of minimalistic look. I don't know exactly. Okay, it's these mole herd? Is that lowly mole herd? Is that what it's called? If you're not in melee with them, they will throw rock at you. They just spam throw rock, and it actually hurts really bad. So you want to stand in melee as much as possible with these guys, so that you don't get spam throw rocked. Rocked. Make sure we do that. There, I got throw rocks. I'm not in melee with that one. Wasn't close enough. If everyone's in melee, they'll just default melee attack the tank, I believe. This boss, we're looking for... stay out of the middle, because the minecart will kill us. This minecart spawns right here, and we need to kill it. We have to cross the tracks, so just make sure you don't die to the minecart coming. It'll always be... the tracks will always be, like, lit up, whichever way it's going. And then the other thing he does is Reckless Charge. So he's going to target a player with the charge. It's on me, so I'm going to bait it into a nearby like pillar or wall. And then he'll do that. He'll crash into it. He'll drop some stuff on the ground. We stay off the tracks. And then it'll do some AoE damage to the whole group, like unavoidable AoE damage. We'll put our little ball in melee so it gets soaked. Kill the minecart.
3, 2, 1.
Rockbuster is just a tank buster. Does spawn all these ads and they fixate a player, so like right now it's on the Paladin, so we need to help heal him because they put a bleed on the player, I believe. Now we have Reckless Charge. I'm just going to use uppies here to help out and give myself a shield. So there we go, he hit the wall, does a little bit of damage. I'd say the healing check for this fight is definitely just when the ads are alive, like since people are just, it's impossible for the tank to have aggro on all of them and they fixate someone. So there's just going to be a lot of like random kind of group damage happening to people on top of other stuff. Now we just kill the boss because he's already dead. There we go. Can't wait to grow up and have as much haste as you. Yeah, I have it from Season 1 pretty much. I'm still wearing a lot of my Season 1 gear. It's because it has so much haste on it. Alright, these guys, the Wandering Candles, will do a big cast. The little guys here, the task workers, just do a bonk on the tank. It's quenching, I think it's quenching fire or something like that. That's what does the group-wide AoE damage, so we want to be very careful about that, as it does a lot of damage. And then they spawn these circles around themselves, and you need to get out of them. There's another quenching fire, double radiance, and penance. Everyone topped up as fast as possible, and that's pretty much it. And then they do that little AoE around them, I think, or not I think, but like I mentioned, so like right here, the surging flame. And if you're in it when it explodes, it'll just insta kill you, and then it looks, oh, we almost got another cast off. That would have been bad. We have another one in this room. These little fire guys, as far as I know, they do a cast. And it applies a stacking debuff on you, or they just do it passively. I don't remember, so I guess we'll see. Okay, it looks like they cast it. If the cast goes off, like right there, we take a little bit of damage, and then it increases our fire damage taken by 10% per stack. So every cast that goes off, you're taking 10% extra fire damage. Overlaps with the Wandering Candle quite a bit. I think they're going to just avoid it, though. Do it with these ones. Yep. Hello? Oh, we're getting the orbs. Take my orb. What funny affix, honestly. One more AoE from the candle. We'll just press fade and radiance. Now this boss, we basically want to take like one side of each boss. Be marking the ones that he wants to do. And the way this fight works... this fight's actually pretty hard as a healer. You need to be aware of like 2 overlapping mechanics, otherwise you just die. Red, blue for candles, go clockwise. Okay. I'll go on purple. So he's going to do Dousing Breath. That's going to do a large amount of AoE damage and put out all the candles currently. And then he's going to do Wick Light. Wick Lighter Barrage. You get this debuff and you need to go clockwise with it. And ideally put the flame on top of 2 candles and it lights them. Then that will become a safe spot, but we'll also get a stacking debuff. So right now we have 2 stacks of the debuff because we missed some candles. And then he'll do this Extinguish cast, which sends out a wave at you, and you want to extinguish one of the candles, so you aim it at one of the candles. And he'll do Incite Flame, which just creates some safe zones wherever the candles aren't lit. So it's all about putting the candles on fire and then extinguishing them before he does that, a cast. So now he's going to do the This cast again, and it kind of rotates from here. Now this is our new safe spot. Don't know what that was. Blazing Storms. I've never seen that. I think it's from the tank not being in melee. I guess we'll check. No players are in melee combat. Yeah, okay. That was weird. DH went offline. Don't do this. I'm recording a video. Well, if the DH doesn't come back, we're going again. The DH comes back. Yep, there he is. It must have just been like a DC as he died. But don't. Oh my god, he just took a B-res. Shot, dude. Alright, let's see. Try to get a food buff real quick before the boss spawns. Only issue with Cell is the raid frame sorting. I can never get it to sort each group by tanks, heals, melee, ranged. I don't know how to do melee ranged, but it should default tank and healer. Unless you're talking about in raid, because in raid that's... Yeah, you said raid frame sorting. That's... I mean, I guess you can do that, but that's usually up to the leader. At least that's how I usually do it. Maybe that's why I've never noticed it. Because I just yell at the raid leader to organize the frames. Extinguish. Then we have the wick lighter barrage. We're going to stand by the candle and then move to the other one. There we go. When we get the enkindled inferno, we'll get 2 stacks of it since no one got that one. I really want to get all of them. And then we'll penance. And then we'll put out one of the candles. I don't know. I didn't aim mine at the right spot. I always forget to aim that at the candle, honestly. Stand in the safe spot, which will be purple. We go back to the Inferno. These ones will not be safe anymore. The lit ones will be safe. And we'll get the debuff stacks. And then we get the Dowsing Breath, which will hurt really bad. Then we're going to get the barrage again, and then the fight repeats. So now we stand by a candle. And then we run over to Star. I'm going to work my way back towards purple, since that's where I originally was. Why did it not light the... Wait. I guess I wasn't in range of the one I started on? That sucks. Okay, we penance here. We'll double radiance and then penance. We'll aim this at purple. Move out of the way. Keep everyone nice and topped up. We have Incite Flame, so we stay in the safe spot that we just made. We have the Inferno coming up. I don't know why I pressed defensives. I still don't know this fight fully. The Inferno, and then the Dowsing Breath, so I'm going to Mind Blast early. This one's going to be pretty bad. We're going to have a lot of stacks here. So we have 4 stacks of the debuff. So it hurts very much. And paints up somebody. I'm going to put a barrier down. I did not do it in time. And the mage also wasn't in it. That's my fault. Glider Barrage, we go back in range. Hopefully I have time. There we go. And then we make it to the other one in time, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, this guy. We'll aim this. We're going to get the Extinguish, so we're going to aim that over this way. Towards yellow. We're trying to heal everybody up before the Incite Flames, because it will hurt. There we go. Everyone's topped up. Safe spot on Star, because that's where we extinguish our candle. And then that's it. We did it. So we die right here, I guess. Press defensives. Using flame. Try to have everyone at full HP for that. There we go. Very, very good healer fight, honestly. The main overlap is that, like, where you get the flame dot and then the extinguish happens at the same time, or the dowsing. And you have to kind of heal the overlap of having the dot while you get a big hit. And here we're just trying to kick flame bolts, but they don't hurt that bad, so it's not like you have to kick all of them or anything. Just pay attention that if you get multiple casts on you at the same time, like right there, I have 2 on me, so that's going to hurt quite a bit. It looks like they ended up dying. And this is a little mini boss, so there's a bunch of the little flame tenders and laborers. They don't really matter. The mini bosses are Torch Snarl and Soot Snout. Things they do is that AoE right there. That's the big guy. He does AoE. I don't know exactly what it's called, so we'll kind of look as we get rid of the ads. We have a kick on him. And then burning candles. I still don't understand what these do besides just spawn the candles on the floor that do nothing. Maybe they increase their damage or something, but I haven't seen it yet. And he's going to do one-handed headlock, so it's on the Paladin. So, to my understanding, you just heal that player. It looks like it doesn't even do that much damage. Oh, it's like you have to get them out before the flamethrower happens, basically, is the idea. Right, and then the AoE cast that the guy does is Torch Snarl. He does this massive stomp, and that's what we're healing. Just making sure everyone's topped up for that. Maybe the headlock again. Peggy invised it. One more massive stomp. You be posting your Holy versus Disc raid decision on Discord? I'm torn on learning Disc for raid. It's so much more stressful. I definitely can. I play Holy just because I raid lead for my guild, so it's just way easier to raid lead on Holy than it is on Disc, and I can still play like pretty optimally on Holy. So I'm not having to do that much like thinking outside of just targeting people who aren't full HP. Okay, so this boss, we want to stay roughly kind of together. We'll spawn all these little molds of ourselves on the floor. And each mold on the floor just does pulsing damage to the group. If you get targeted by Darkflame Pickaxe, you just stand in between, or you put an ad on the floor, like a wax ad, in between you and the boss. That needs to be kicked, otherwise everyone gets feared. And then we get these little circles. They need to overlap on top of the wax molds that we have on the floor, and it gets rid of them. And then the main thing is you just don't stand in all this wax on the floor. Otherwise it stuns you. Now we're back to this, and we always want to use the pickaxe on the ads that are farthest away. So you'd want to use it on like that one over there. Unfortunately, we're not going to, but that's okay. I think no matter what, it gets rid of that one in melee. We'll just stand out here and get rid of this wax mold. Just back to doing some healing. We have another wax mold out there. I need to try to step into melee before they spawn. I'm not spawning so far away. He doesn't know what he's doing. This is bad. This is real bad. Oh my gosh. Nether walked it. That was an absolute mess. We'll just kill this one out here. We're gonna miss one, but that's okay. Targeted, we want to kill this one that's out here. Just whichever one's kind of isolated from the rest of the molds is the best one to kill.
2, 1.
We will kill this one out here. I don't think I can get both. I can try, so I don't think it's gonna reach. Yeah, no. Okay. Radiance. Oh, I stepped on a mold. That's not good.
5,
Run.
3,
He went far.
1.
Oh, we got the fear. That is worst case scenario is a second fear going off. I think I can now heal this, but we got rid of like none of the molds at all. So this is gonna start hurting real bad. Right now, this is gonna start just absolutely trucking us. Try to use some single target heals on people so that I don't have to waste my radiance as soon as it's up. And then we'll press our defensives. We'll try to get rid of some of these. We will press evangelism, mind blast, radiance, penance. Stay out here by these ones. We'll use our shadow fiends.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Penance again. Mind blast. And penance. I think I can get rid of this one out here. Oh, we got rid of both. Nice. That's huge. Alright, we've recovered. While missing a full set of ads and getting a fear cast off.
5,
We dodged pickaxes. If you intercept it, it will just one-shot you. Like if it hits a player, that player's dead. I'm saving them. Alright, we did it. That was a little rough.
No more Candlekin. We can be free. But
Stay inside of this little minecart.
darkness.
So it lets you see and target the ads. And the minecart just loses light over time, and you just need to pick up these candles on the floor over here. So like I can go grab this one right here. And as long as I'm holding a candle, I can see all the ads and target people normally. So I don't have to be in the cart. So I can kind of wait. And then when you step in the cart, it refills it. Like it refills its energy. So if the cart's full energy, you basically don't want to be running a bunch of candles into it. So like, for instance, if I wanted to, we could go grab that far candle, but instead we'll just grab this close one. We don't want to drop it in the cart right now, right? Because you want to save it to like keep the cart going as long as possible. Instead, we just wait a little bit. Also, the ads cast drain light. You want to make sure you get rid of that. Or interrupt it, rather. Now we're just waiting until it gets a little bit lower, and then now we can drop in the candle, and we'll refill it. This affix does absolutely nothing. And I don't know what dictates the cart moving or stopping, because sometimes it moves while you're in combat, and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know exactly what causes it to do that. My understanding is that if you're in combat, the cart doesn't move anymore. But I've also seen it move while in combat, so I don't know if that's just a bug or something. See, that candle that we just threw in there was like completely pointless because the cart was literally full. So I guess it doesn't matter because we're moving anyways, but... The little buddy, stay alive. That pain stuff saved him. Didn't even cauterize. We're chilling. And these creepers, I still don't fully understand how they work, but my understanding is they get more powerful the longer they're in combat or something like that. So they'll just do a lot of tank damage. Like you can see this debuff stacking up on the tank. We're gonna pain sub him. And yeah, I still don't fully understand how they work or what makes them stronger, but they'll do lots of tank damage, but nothing else. They don't do any AoE or anything like that. I try to barrier to help him, and then penance him, and then shield him. He still has this dot on him, and he's dead. So res. While we're doing that, I want to look at what these guys do. Like we're not going to have time. I don't see them in here, so I'd have to look at them. We drop this candle in, and then I'll go and grab this far one. We'll avoid the ad. I don't want to aggro it, because you'll still aggro stuff even if you can't see it. And then we'll wait a tiny bit until this stuff's a little lower. And now we will drop the candle in as soon as this is dying. There we go.
Yes. Feed.
We did it.
All of you. Feed on the void. Let it start.
5,
Scrap a dynamite. And in this part, you just wait until you see the boss, and then you start spamming your one ability. So right here, I put my mouse in wherever the boss's like mouth is, or the front of his hitbox, and I just spam one and left click over and over and over, and then you'll just always hit him. It's impossible to miss. Like right here, I'm just keeping my mouse and kind of tracing it in front of him. And I think the most you can get is 18, I believe. Someone said 19, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, are we getting 19? Nope, almost.
Oh, my head.
Now we're focusing one of the creepers because they have the most HP and they are the most nasty. Kick the mage, don't be mean. Only 8 hits. They were just hydrating. I don't notice how close the timer is. I think we're still like totally fine. This boss Omega dies, but we have less coming up. Done with our percent. There is an important mechanic with this one, which I just take over every time I'm in a pug group. I always do it. Like I just handle it because it's hard to trust like who's gonna do it without comms. So I'll explain that when we get to it. But it has to do with the boss's like main AoE ability, the group-wide damage. Alright, so big things here. Shadow Blast. He's going to use on somebody. He's going to put a circle on them. They need to get out of basically the light or away from other players and not hit them. So this right here. Usually this is the best time to go run and grab a candle, like you can see the DH doing right now. And then once the AoE goes off, you bring the candle back to recharge the candle. Then the boss is going to do a frontal. We're going to pick up the candle and move to the left to dodge the frontal. And he's going to spawn a bunch of adds. And then you can see Eternal Darkness is about to cast. I'm going to go grab a candle. Next time I need to do it sooner. And then we're going to go in here. And then I did it too soon. I'm bad at this game. But with Eternal Darkness, as you can see there, the candle will go out if you do not recharge it during the AoE cast. So next time what I want to do is I want to save the candle and kind of sit outside of the candle. And then once the AoE cast is kind of going off for a few seconds, then I step inside and recharge the candle, if that makes sense. We'll keep an eye out by just keeping, like, watching the Eternal Darkness timer. And when there's about 10 seconds left or so, that's when we go grab a candle. I'll just use Ultimate Penitence. So I get this at the wrong time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now we have Eternal Darkness coming up in 10 seconds, so I'm going to go grab a candle right now. We grab this candle, and then we're going to kind of AFK out here and not step in. Press my healing stuff. And now I wait, and now my candle went away. I think it's because we picked up one, or maybe I waited too long. I don't know what happened, but so maybe I need to pick it up even later. That I still don't fully understand, but
4, 3,
okay, we're gonna recharge this.
1.
Even with me messing it up, you get the basic idea of how it works. Should get the opportunity to do it one more time, so I'll try to not mess it up at least once. While you're out here and don't have a light source, the boss like takes no damage from you, but as a priest, luckily our atonement still works just fine. So now we wait right here. We're gonna grab, oh, someone else grabbed it. We need to grab a different one. That's not good. This one, we'll just wait a second, and then I'll grab it from outside. And now Eternal Darkness starts casting stuff to like help heal it, and then now we go in, and then now it recharges the candle, and then now by the time that the Eternal Darkness cast ends, the candle still has like 50% of its charge. And that's how you do it. That is Darkflame Cleft. Hopefully that works as our little first. I'm surprised it actually worked the first try, especially with the DC and the boss wipe and all that stuff, but worked out. I think I have a much better understanding of the dungeon now, so thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.